What up, YouTube Lakes? Coming back at you with another Starcraft 2 cast. On the right-hand side of the map, we have our blue Protoss player Zelev, and on the left-hand side of the map, we have our red Protoss player Drink. This is a gold level mirror matchup, so it should be very interesting indeed. I'm curious what these players have in store for us today. I've been casting a lot of more diamond / master level games, so I've been wanting to cast some of the lower ladder as well. The whole point of me casting the general ladder is so I can cast a wider range of Starcraft ladder games. So let's see what this gold game has to offer us today. It does appear that these probes kiss on their way over to scout each other's bases here. So relatively early scouts from both players. They will be able to see what each one is doing so far. No proxies here. We have two gateways coming in from both players here. Drink trying to intercept this probe and protect the gas just in case Zelev tries to throw down some gas harassment here, which I do notice is relatively common in the lower level brackets. Drink doing a pretty good job scouting his opponent's side of the base as well. Does see that there's nothing unusual going on. We do have a cybernetics core coming for Zelev. I am noticing that Drink has a pretty late cyber core as well. It looks like we had some natural harassment here with a pylon. Drink doing the same in response. This probe getting stuck briefly, but does get away. I'm curious if he's going to let this pylon finish. It does look like Zelev was banking for an expansion here, so this will be frustrating. The pylon does finish. We do not have any army unit, any zealot or stalker coming out of this gateway here to take care of this pylon. It looks like Zelev will just start poking it with his probe here. Drink's probe doing a great job at scouting. Looks like he's just on patrol here around the minerals and the outskirts of the main base. This probe is still alive. We do have that cybernetics core here halfway done, but Zelev's cybernetics core is already finished. We do not have warp gate being researched just yet, though. So many probes trying to take care of the enemy probe in the base here. This pylon's still alive. Zelev does not seem to care too much about that. He does have a lot of minerals in the bank, and he does have a Stargate on the way as well in front of Drink's face here. He does see this. I'm curious to see the response from Drink. He's going, it looks like pure Zealot. So this is an interesting response. He's not responding accordingly. If he does get an Oracle in his mineral line here, he will have nothing to attack it with. He is finally researching Warp Gate, but not quite responding how he should be with what is a Phoenix coming out. Okay, this is interesting. I was expecting an Oracle. I'm wondering if this is going to be Phoenix harassment. He's not even going for a Void Ray. He's also not attacking this pylon here. So we have a little bit of interesting choices. We have another forward pylon just next to this first pylon here. This is interesting as well. The Zealots, maybe not the worst response in the world if our blue Protoss player here goes for the pure Phoenix play. Interesting choice indeed. Still letting this pylon live. He does have a stalker. He's finally going to attack it here. He could have expanded quite a while ago. We have what looks to be a shield battery tucked away in the corner of the enemy natural here. Zealots slowly building up, rallying to the top middle of the map here. Warp Gate is almost done. We have Charge being researched as well. This is going to be a bit of a Charge Zealot push. This is why I love watching the lower brackets, because they just throw out strategies that you do not normally see. This pylon does finally go down. These Phoenixes sniping the Zealots here. Not a bad call from Zelev's side of things here. We'll be able to pick off some of these Zealots. He should realize, he does see that the Zealots of Drink are coming to the main base. charge just about halfway done. This is a lot of zealots, though. Without the Phoenix support, it may be difficult to hold off. He does have 2 shield batteries here. The Phoenix do come back to clean this up. This may be a problem for Drink. Drink is not expanding here. We do have a hidden base by Zelev. Finally expanding, just not where you would expect him to. This Zealot push getting shut down, but we do have the slow warping of Stalkers by Drink. They will probably snipe this cannon here. We have 2 Stalkers that should see what's going on. Right here, Drink is trying to hide these, but that does tell me that these Stalkers spotted each other, so Zelev should notice this relatively soon. We have some Zealots just hanging out in the middle of the map here. Charge is done, so they will be able to run here pretty quickly. Zelev also throwing down an expansion in his natural here. This will keep this expansion even more hidden. Does get the cancel here. Drink Stalkers going in for the attack. I honestly don't know who's ahead right now. We have relatively even worker supply. These Stalkers will unfortunately be trapped in the line of fire of the cannons here. These Stalkers unable to run up the ramp and help. The shield battery's doing a lot of work. I do not think this is enough for Drink to push through into the main base of the Protoss. He did force a cancel on this natural here, and we do have this this hidden base getting itself established here. Drink does not have an expansion of his own, so he will fall behind in economy. Running up the ramp, he will allow his Stalkers to die. Unfortunately, this is not an ideal engagement for our red Protoss player here. Slightly oversaturated in this base for Zelev, but he is in a good spot economically and army-wise. 22 army supply for Zelev to 6 on Drink's side of things. This is not looking great for Drink. This this hidden base here not necessarily getting saturated, but is safe. Doesn't look like Drink is doing much outside of warping in Stalkers at this proxy pylon here. Unfortunately, it does look like it does get spotted and will go down. These Phoenixes just ready to clean up whatever else Drink might be throwing his way. We have more Stalkers running to the side of the map here. I wonder if they're going to find this hidden base or not. It seems like they're beelining straight for it. Interesting movement here by the Stalkers. They do see this. It does seem that Zelev is going to be able to protect this. We have a mass recall on this location here with the rest of the Protoss army. They do lift up these Stalkers and win the game. Drink leaving after getting the rest of his army lifted up by these Phoenixes, unable to destroy this hidden base of Zelev, and ultimately losing the game. Just did not have a great engagement on this ramp here. I do like the idea of the hidden shield battery with that pylon. Slow warping in the Stalkers, unfortunately. I don't think he had an ideal response to seeing that Stargate here, going for the Zealots initially and ultimately allowing them to get lifted up by those Phoenixes and destroyed. He just did not have enough army to shoot up and take care of those Phoenixes, and I think that's what decided the game here. So very fun game to watch. I do like seeing the lower level brackets and seeing what sort of strategies they have, because chances are it's not going to be standard. We did see that hidden base here and that Stalker charge zealot push, so very cool game indeed. And that is it for me tonight. If you like what you see, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe, and if you want me to cast some of your games, shoot me an email. I will have it in the description below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.